Now is the time for healthy breakfast, and I want to show you very easy and fast to make recipe of crepes. Yes, we're going to make a vegan, gluten-free, soy-free and even no sugar added crepes, and I hope that you like this idea, and maybe next Saturday on Sunday it will be your family healthy breakfast. And let's get started. The ingredients are extremely easy. The sweetener that we will be using for our crepes will be bananas, and please use as soft as possible bananas for this. Plant-based milk, and because I want to make this breakfast nut-free and seed-free, so I'm going to use an oat milk. But please, if you are okay with almond, with hazelnut, with any other plant-based milk, use any other milk, it also works. We're going to add a little bit of coconut oil. Again, if you want to avoid coconut in this recipe, you can use, for example, avocado oil, and it will taste amazingly in this recipe. A little bit of freshly squeezed lemon, pinch of salt, and the flour. The flour I will be using, and you can use any gluten-free blend that you have into your store. So for this recipe, for right now, I will be using this flour. I have it from my previous matcha passion fruit cake, and so why not I continue to use it right now. What we do next, let's show you. We need a blender, but please use any blender that you have at home. In this jar from the blender, we're going to add our bananas, our plant-based milk, lemon juice, pinch of salt, and coconut oil. And let's just blend it. If you think that it is not enough sweetener for your kids, in this step into the jar with this mixture you can add 1-2 tablespoons of coconut sugar. Maybe for kids it will be more delicious. Let's pour our mixture here. One more thing that we're going to need to add together with the flour, it's water. So I just measure it right now. And next step, we need to sift our gluten-free flour blend into our mixture, and then we will add the water. And while we will be doing it, we preheat our skillet. All these big pieces just discard, and we can start to mix it together. So I mix the flour and our banana mixture in 2-3 steps. Once it becomes thick, we can add water and mix it again. So right now, just be patient and melt your mixture into the water. And our last flour. So you can see that we have a quite liquid butter. And while our ingredients will be combining with each other, we need to prepare our mango jam for our crepes. So we need mangoes, we need a pinch of salt. If you want, you can add 1-2 tablespoons of maple syrup, but if you are on a very strict healthy diet, you can avoid maple at all. And the main thickener for our jam is a psyllium husk. I started to talk about the psyllium husk in my previous video about matcha passion fruit cake, and I just want to show you again using a mangoes how to create this very easy to make jam that is completely raw, that is not heated, that is remain all vitamins and minerals from the fruits that you can use for these jams. And if you want to make a passion fruit jam, please follow the video and the recipe from matcha passion fruit cake. So now we need into the blender jar to cut 300 grams of mango puree. Of course, you can use the frosted mango chunks. It's also possible, but I just found in my store amazing local mangoes. It's Floridian mangoes. One difference compared with the previous video with passion fruit jam, that jam I made completely smooth, but this one I want to make with the mango chunks. So that's why I want to put aside a little bit of square pieces of mango. I think for crepes it should taste amazingly delicious. So I made about 100-120 grams of chunks. To the jar I'm adding lemon juice, pinch of salt, and a little bit of maple, but again maple is absolutely optional. Let's make a puree. It's perfect. And right now we're adding our magic ingredient. It's a psyllium husk. I want to emphasize that I measure powdered psyllium husk. You can see that it can be sold in flake form, but if you have only in flakes, please powder it and then measure to receive a powdered psyllium husk. That's it, just 5-10 seconds. Let's pour everything here. And we're adding our chunks. Just mix. And let's set it aside and make crepes. So let's see our mixture. So it has this consistency. I will be using a half cup to spread our mixture on the skillet. And then just a little bit of practice. So I'm not a profi into making crepes. I will not be jump it up and turn over. I just want to tell you that compare with 2-3 weeks since I started to test this recipe, I do it more good than 3 weeks ago. So be patient. I preheated my oven on 50%, and I don't use any oils, but if you want you can spread a little bit of coconut oil on your skillet. And that's it. Just give yourself about 10-15 minutes and you make this breakfast. While we're making some crepes, we can fill in others with our filling. Just put a little bit of cream by creating a sausage from the jam and close it. So once you see that your borders become a little bit brownish, so it means you can check it. Let me show you. For me, this one is too light, so I want to make it a little bit more roasted. Perfect. You see how it's beautiful. So as you see, we made about 10 crepes, so it's I think completely enough for a family of 3 people, and they look very amazing. And I want to tell you that I had leftovers. We didn't eat everything. Once I made it, I put it in the refrigerator, and you know, it was very delicious snack, even if it's cold. So this is my idea of healthy breakfast for your family, and I hope you would try to do it and you will enjoy. And of course, if you want to practice this high-end turnover, leave 1 crepe for yourself and play, why not?